Humanitarian Affairs Minister Professor Nentawe Yilwatda becomes APC's national chairman. And People's Democratic Party has decided on a new date for its convention, resolute on moving forward, as they're calling on those who have left the party that the door is still open to return. Hello everyone, welcome to the program. This is Politics Today, live on Channels Television. I am Sean Wakimaloye here in Abuja. Tonight, major political events happen in Abuja, and we're going to be bringing you every of the soundbite, the major talking points, and we're speaking exclusively tonight on Channels Television with the new national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, who's now a former minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Professor Nentawe Yilwatda. He will be speaking to us on his agenda for the APC and whether or not the opposition coalition and the opposition political parties' aim of getting APC out of prominence in 2027 is something that worries the party. We'll be talking about all of that tonight. But first and foremost, before we get into any of our conversation tonight, I'll be bringing you and some of the pictures from the People's Democratic Party National Executive Council meeting, which has now made a resolution that they will be holding their convention in Ibadan, Oyo State. All of this I'll be bringing to you tonight. But first, let's serve you with your political roundup stories.
Vice President Kashim Shettima says policies being implemented by the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu are in the interest of Nigerians. He stated this during a meeting with the newly elected executives of the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. According to the Vice President, the administration has created an enabling environment for serious business operations in the country.
The President speaks your language, the language of commerce. He grew up in that ecosystem. He knows how businesses are run. We cannot meet the $1 trillion economy target without your support and endorsement.
The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, is asking his colleagues in the National Assembly to support the reserved seats for women bill. The Speaker, alongside some women advocates in Abuja, say history will be kind to those who throw their weight behind the bill, which will allow for inclusiveness in political office and give a voice to women interests in the Nigerian project. The chairman of the Senate Committee on Local Content, Senator Joel Onowakpo Thomas, has issued a strong directive demanding full compliance with Nigeria's local content laws across both the oil and gas and non-oil sectors, warning that defaulters will face strict sanctions. Senator Thomas gave the warning at a media briefing in Abuja, stating that the committee is currently reviewing multiple complaints from local operators who allege poor adherence to the Nigerian Oil and Gas Industry Content Development Act of 2010, Presidential Executive Order 5 of 2018, and the Nigeria First policy. The governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpobolo, has inaugurated the Governing Council of the College of Agriculture, Igoriaki, with Anselm Ojezwa as chairman. The Deputy Governor of Edo State, Dennis Idahosa, who represented the governor at the ceremony inside the government house, explained that the institution will be expected to help promote food sufficiency in line with the campaign promises of the present administration. Ahead of the 2027 presidential election, a human rights activist and former presidential aspirant under the All Progressives Congress, Benga Hashim Olawepo, is asking Nigerians to elect a competent, patriotic, and visionary president who can tackle insecurity, create jobs, and improve the living conditions of all citizens. Addressing a news conference in Abuja, Mr. Olawepo Hashim says Nigeria does not need a southern or northern president, but a good president with the capacity to secure the nation, revive the economy, and restore hope among Nigerians.
The new generation of Nigerian voters are forward-looking. They want a decent nation. So anyone talking about let the president be from south or north or whatever, they are talking for themselves.
That's it. You have it. Your political roundup story. So let's begin by giving you an understanding, an insider perspective of what happened today at the National Executive Council meeting of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, which has now fixed its National Elective Convention for the 14th and 15th of November 2025. At a meeting which held here in Abuja, the party fixed November 15 and 16, 2025 for the convention in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Shortly before they went into a closed-door meeting, leaders of the party, including the party's acting national chairman, Mr. Umaru Damagum, has been speaking about the situation in the party. Let me allow you to listen to what Mr. Damagum feels about the situation in the party. As he says, the NEC meeting is a testament that the PDP is united and growing stronger. Take a listen to him.
They say a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. Some persons have recently learned these truths in the most uncomfortable way. Many who jump on from one side to the other return to our fold. Some even claim they have never left. With this, I want to leave a word that what you see here today, the serenity, the calmness and the composure of this NEC attest to the fact that PDP is still one and waxing stronger.
All right. Very similar to what he said is what the governor of Bauchi State and the chairman of the PDP's Governors Forum, Bala Muhammad, said. He said, this is no time for name calling. He says, the doors are still open for the members who defected to make a comeback. This is Bala Muhammad.
As the BOT Secretary has said, this is not time for calling names. This is not time for abuses. We sympathize for those who became impatient and left, but certainly they will understand their follies. While we'll still leave the door ajar for them to come in when they wish to, within a time limit, we will not continue to condone indiscipline. Because indiscipline is what brought us all the problems and challenges. Definitely, the party has shown resilience, and the governors are going through a lot of challenges, just like the NWC. We continue to express confidence in the organs of the party, especially the NWC, who have shown magnanimity to even agree to go earlier than their time. They have shown that at least they are with us. They have shown selflessness, and we should always appreciate that.
So they went into a closed-door meeting. After they emerged from the closed-door meeting, one thing was certain. They all agreed that there will be a national convention of the party. But what is interesting is the location and the venue of the next convention of the PDP. It's going to be in Oyo State. Take a listen to Debo Ologunagba, the party's national publicity secretary.
The elective National Convention to elect the next set of national officers of our party will hold on Saturday, 15 to Sunday, 16th November 2025 in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Consequently, NEC directed the National Chairman, His Excellency Ambassador Yilwatda Damagum, and the National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, to officially write to inform the Independent National Electoral Commission of the time, venue, and agenda of the elective National Convention in accordance with the requirement of Section 82, Subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022 and Part 2, Sub 12 of the Regulations and Guidelines for Political Parties 2022. Accordingly, NEC approved the membership composition of the National Convention Committee as well as the membership composition of the National Convention Zoning Committee to ensure a successful, transparent, and credible elective National Convention.
So fingers crossed, hoping, and the nation will be waiting for how the opposition party will put itself together and get its act together and work towards that convention. But as that was happening in one part of town, and this was around the center of town in the presidential villa, which is an unusual location for the NEC meeting of the APC. It held, and the party, after several other caucus meetings, the Governors Forum meeting, different caucus meeting, the party held its NEC meeting, the APC held its NEC meeting. And at that meeting, the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, Professor Nentawe Yilwatda, has emerged as the new national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, following his nomination and election by the members of the National Executive Committee of the party. He was the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, Governor Hope Uzodinma, who nominated Professor Yilwatda for the position, and the motion was seconded by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Abbas Tajuddin. The motion was then put to a voice vote and passed by the NEC members present at the meeting which held at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. Well, let me take you through how these all began. First and foremost, you can see some of the pictures of the NEC meeting, which had most of his high-ranking officials, elected officials. And afterwards, the president, Bola Tinubu, addressed the NEC, where he says the governors need to brace up because people at the local and the grassroots level are not feeling some of the work of his government. Take a listen to the president.
I've seen the trend of economic trajectories, and I just promised you that as the president, I will continue to work harder and make sure that the essence of our party is not forgotten. I thank all of you outside there. It is not easy to navigate the storming water of economic instability. Now that the economy is stabilized, no other fear for the country except upward movement and sustained growth, I can assure you. On security, thousands of terrorists and bandits have been neutralized, and you could see the fact that the fear is going down, but we still have to be very, very serious, vigilant, and make sure that we put additional investment in our people, retain our people, and be accommodating. Nigerians are still complaining at grassroots. To you, the governors, you have to wet the grass more. And lead the way in delivering progressive change to Nigerians.
All right. That is a portion of what the president said. Let me give you another side to what he said. It seems that we might be experiencing or seeing some more defections into the APC. Take a listen to President Tinubu.
I want to thank and pray for the governors of our party Today, I think, counting, we have 23, and still counting. I thank all of you for show of love, solidarity, and accommodation, for your understanding. I could absorb the motion of accommodation to say, okay, we will shift or postpone or recognize in addition for all other spaces that is available. More members are still coming. So if we accommodate the congresses till December, is it? December. The motion is carried. Thank you very much. That is making room for those who are still coming. And it's not a bad idea to abandon the sinking ship and be absent from a coalition of confusions.
All right. Those are some of what the president said, portion of some of what he said earlier today. But let me allow you to see the moment when the motion was moved for Professor Yilwatda to become the national chairman of the APC.
I, Senator Hope Uzodinma, Governor of Imo State, and Chairman Progressive Governors Forum, that I want to humbly move the motion that the National Executive Committee approve the office of the National Chairman of APC to be zoned back from the Northwest, where it is now, to North Central Geopolitical Zone. That the office of the National Legal Advisor of the APC be zoned back from North Central, where it is now, back to Northwest Geopolitical Zone. That Professor Nentawe Yilwatda from Plateau State, North Central Geopolitical Zone, be nominated and be elected as the national chairman of All Progressive Congress.
I, Abbas Tajuddin, member of the All Progressive Congress from Kwarbai B Ward of Zaria Local Government of Kaduna State, hereby second the following motions. One, on zoning of enumerated national offices in accordance with the terms of the motion. Nomination of Professor Nentawe Yilwatda as the national chairman of APC. Filling of offices of the Deputy National Secretary and the National Legal Advisor in accordance with the new zoning arrangements in accordance with the terms of the motion. Extension of the tenure of office of the ward executives, local government executives, and the state executives and zonal executive committees of APC in accordance with the terms of the motion moved by Senator Hope Uzodinma, Governor of Imo State. I do hereby second.
Those in favor of the motion as ably moved and seconded by the Right Honorable Speaker, say aye. Aye. Again, say nay. They are not here. The ayes have it. May God bless all of us. Thank you.
And that is how it all went. There was an acceptance speech by the new national chairman, but he has since resumed at the national secretariat of the APC somewhere in Wuse. And Channels Television caught up with him to understand or get his very few words, or his agenda, in how he's going to lead the party. Let me show you some of the pictures of the new national chairman as he assumed office today. A new office for him because it was the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. He was surrounded by other National Executive Council member, National Working Council member of the APC. But we caught up with him in an exclusive interview. His very first exclusive, few hours after emerging as the new national chairman of the APC. The new chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Professor Nentawe Yilwatda, thank you so much indeed for joining us on Channels Television.
Thank you, Sharon.
And congratulations to you.
No, thank you.
Congratulations. Let me begin. Did you see this coming?
Not really. Not really. But it's a burden, on me as a loyal party member to work with the party, build a teamwork, and build the structure of the party and the organs of the party as a machinery that will prepare us for good governance of the people first, to improve governance at the national and subnational level, because we hold most of the governors, 23 governors, and still counting, and having most of the senators, 73 senators, are still counting, and same thing with the House of Reps, same thing with local government chairman, House of Assemblies. So we hold sway from the national to subnational, National Assembly. So it's a burden for us to ensure that we work with the machinery of all the structures to ensure that we give Nigerians improved governance, and also work with the party to ensure that the party itself, structure itself, also win elections. Because winning elections is important, but good governance is also very important. And I'm sure the manifesto of the party, which we intend to impose, because if you look at the structure and the progressive nature of the manifesto of the party, we have to just maintain that for the good will of the people that we're having.
Yeah. So one thing that is very paramount here is that you have risen so fast from your failed ambition as in Plateau to become the governor, the candidate of the APC, and minister, and now you're the very pinnacle of the party administration. Did you ever envisage that you were going to have gotten to this far? Party national chairman?
Not at all. But me, somebody who has been an administrator for a long time, when I became a director in the university in my 30s, early 30s, I was very director, an administrator, managing a number of people, huge number of people, and restructuring and making reforms in the university. And those reforms deepen a lot of activities within the university system. I became a consultant to most of the national bodies. Then I became an INEC commissioner. I was also involved in reforms in the INEC system, from deepening technology to building an inclusive election processes to people with disability and displaced communities. And then now coming in to become a minister of Humanitarian Affairs. I just came back from Sokoto on Sunday, and I was in Benue. Sokoto is in Lagos, Delta. I moved around most states of the country. I've seen all the issues that has to do with this nation while I was going around, the humanitarian challenges, what we need to address as a people, what needs to be addressed by the governors, what needs to be addressed by the national, and even some to be addressed by the local government. And just all this experience were maybe building blocks as stepping stone for me to become national chairman of the party with a brighter perspective of how this country looks like. I'll give you an example. I was consultant to UNICEF in the AFIL office, covering all the states, the South, South, and Southeast. So I've been to all the local government in the South, South, and Southeast. So it gives you also a perspective, a national horizon of how this country looks like and what we need to do as a nation. So the essence of what what I would do as a party member now is that I may not be an absolute politician. I'm a politician, but coming in with private sector experience, coming with university experience, coming with administrative experience, coming with election processes experience, and now coming with the political to use all this to gear the wheel for the political party. And all these things are being a team player.
But that is the issue here.
Yes.
There are a lot of people who see Nentawe as a very calm, gentle, easygoing guy. What it takes to be a national chairman of a ruling party with over almost 20 or more than states that your party governs. You have a majority in the National Assembly. The vulgarity that it deserves to be. Are you ready for that?
Look at the body language
tough side of politics.
Look at the body language of Mr. President. Soft talking, calm, gentle. But look at where he's driving the country, taking tough decisions. Where people fear to even discuss.
So are you going to be taking tough decisions?
Of course, I will. Because that's what the president asked me to do. And the members are asking me to do also. This confidence they have in me is to make sure that I take tough decisions, but with a gentle and also incorporating teamwork in it for collective interest of the party. It's not, even if I take tough decisions, it's not actually me taking decisions. It's a national working committee. It's our party. It's a consultation, because my job is just to coordinate. I'm a coordinator of the national and the subnationals. And you know, you should know, based on our party constitution, the structure of the party starts from the wards. The wards are owned by the governors, and the state party chairman, or they do they're the actual field workers. We have very little job here to do, that of coordination.
Now, by the way, the governors nominated you.
They endorsed me.
They endorsed you.
Yes.
And you seem to have an overwhelming support. And those who didn't see this coming, there are a lot of politicians who had their eyes on this position. What kind of politics did you play? How did you get it? You don't have a governor in your state. You are the minister, perhaps one of the most senior politicians in your state.
Our party has a structure, and they have a way of doing things. And you could see how exemplary APC displayed. Very smooth, very matured, no controversy. Because this party is built on consultation. So almost everything was done based on consultations. You consult, you discuss, because that's what all politics is all about. There was consultation at all levels.
But what exactly is it they want you to come and do as national chairman? Because those people who are still wondering, what this guy is just started work as humanitarian affairs minister.
My job is to unite the party, to expand the party. We have 23 governors, and we are still counting. My job is to bring more.
Are there more governors coming?
We'll do that.
We'll do legwork from
opposition. We'll do legwork. We'll bring them in.
Your predecessor did a lot of work in getting a lot of states that you never can imagine.
Fortunately for me, I have a lot of people, experienced national party chairmen who are all here. Is it the former governor of Edo State, my immediate predecessor, the former chairman from the former governor of Nasarawa State? They are all in. That's His Excellency Abdullahi. They are all in. I have experienced former governors, former vice presidents. You show the starting 11 of the party are still intact.
But how do you also play politics? They say charity begins at home.
Yes.
You lost the election in Plateau. Then those who say, look, why would you make someone who lost election in his state national chairman?
Most times I don't want to discuss about what happened on the Plateau because I'm discussing national perspective of this party. I don't want to see myself as somebody who's going to discuss the Plateau issue. I'm seeing the bigger picture of what this political party is.
But you need to win the heart and the soul politically in your own state.
Of Nigerians.
Charity begins at home. No. You must be able to show that you're the kind of politician that can win on the national stage by winning first at home.
Just wait and see what will happen in 2027. All elections, they come with their sentiments, their emotions, and I don't discuss what happened in 2023, like I said. But I want you to look at what I want, the bigger picture of me presiding over this, the biggest party in sub-Saharan Africa, the biggest party in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. So this is the party I'm discussing. Plateau is too minute.
Are you able to win over Plateau?
If you put even
Will
the diaspora,
you be able to do that?
Of course. I can assure you. Like yesterday.
Because we are hearing that some of you are talking to the governor to defect. You are talking to Bayelsa governor. You are talking to governors in Osun. You are talking to, and there are those who don't want the Osun State governor.
We're not discussing
what are those possibilities?
You see, and that's why I told you that APC has some exemplary way of doing things. Nobody was on the air pushing names, and you can't push names to us now.
But I understand that's what is going on the ground, Prof.
Of course, we'll do our legwork. And our doors are open.
You want to turn Nigeria into one-party state?
Not what people...
Let all the states and everyone become APC.
If Nigerians feel strongly that the APC can meet their needs, political needs, why not? We're not saying that we want a one-party state, never. But we want to drive this party as the most preferred party in Nigeria. The most preferred party in Nigeria.
That's your ambition?
Yes.
That's your goal?
Yes.
Let's pause that interview for a moment and go on a break. When we return, I asked the new national chairman about the possibility of Rabiu Kwankwaso of the NNPP in Kano of coming into the APC. I'd like you to listen to what he had to say. Of course, I asked him about the plight of the average Nigerians and perhaps the perception of the APC being unpopular because of some of their policy and whether or not this party has direction and focus. When we come back from this break, you'll be hearing more in our exclusive conversation with the new APC national chairman, Nentawe Yilwatda. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us. Let's continue our conversation with the new national APC chairman, Professor Nentawe Yilwatda. When is Kwankwaso coming to the APC? We understand that the moves are there, that is imminent, that is coming to the...
I told you our doors are open.
Okay.
When everybody's time is due, it will manifest itself. And that's discovered that for everybody who has come back to APC, it's just giving of time to people, and then you see people on their own seeing the manifesto of the party, seeing the performance of the government, seeing also what the president, those talks the president has taken. You know, if you're a governor and you discover that last month the revenue of government increased by over 40%, and steadily, and we keep on counting. You know that before now, most governors have they borrow money to pay salaries. Now, no governor borrows money to pay salary. That debt profiles of all the states are subnational. The pressure that was on them before is subsiding. If you're a governor in that mode, wouldn't you like that government to be sustained?
Even when the average person is still not feeling it yet.
Now,
yes, the president mentioned it today. That people are still not feeling it at the local level.
Now, let me just ask you a question. These are the key issues I keep on asking. And that's what I said that we're going to work with the subnationals, because a lot of the issues are at subnational. Primary education, secondary education at the subnational. Primary health, secondary health at the subnational. I can keep on counting issues at subnationals. And that's what we said that we need to work with them. It's a teamwork. And believe you me, the teamwork that we're doing will keep on getting better.
The question is, you are supposed to carry the burden of what the government of your party is doing. And when the president says he has a concern about how the average person is still not feeling the work and the policy decisions of this government, what are you going to do?
That's my job, like I said, coordination to ensure that implementation of the manifesto of the party is a coordination. And we have the Progressive Governors Forum. We have other aspects of this. But, what we think we want to actually do also is to deepen the democracy through the Progressive Institute that Mr. President is championing. We want to ensure that institute becomes alive. Progressive ideas are being sold to people. and the ideology. Because when people have an ideology, that's when it rolls on its own.
What's the ideology of your party?
You should know progressive.
Your party has preached a left of the center.
No.
Is it right of the center now?
Of course. We've been progressive all through. We've always been.
Progressive in the sense of welfareism or what? Or
and
in what way?
I'll give you an example. Before the advent of APC, there was no social investment program. APC brought social investment program. Before the advent of APC, there was no student loan. The advent of APC, they brought no loan. Of recent, the federal government is dropping over ₦1 trillion in the Bank of Agriculture. I can keep on counting those progressive issues that are reaching the lowest of the people within the structure of the society. But to me, these are the progressive issues I want to pull and push through. We don't want to have this only at the national level. We want to see all these progressive activities. We have this National Social Investment Program at the subnational level, at the local government level. We want to see also these student loan activities also at the state level, at the local government level. We want to see this loan scheme at the Bank of Agriculture, at the state level, at the local government. We want to see a lot of progressive activities happening both at the national and subnational. When we have these progressive activities already happening, and I can tell you some of the APC governors that already know that built in the social investment program in their own states. I want to see much of it, deepening of it into the state structures.
What would be your immediate priority?
My immediate priority is to make sure that this party is united.
Are you worried that perhaps there is a feeling that your party is becoming unpopular in some ways? Does that bother you?
That's perception.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a perception that...
Perception driven by some people. Now, when I recall, as a Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, we asked the World Bank to conduct a research for us of this social investment program to see if Nigerians, actually, because on TV people keep on shouting that this social investment program is not working, and also we asked them to do a research January this year into around March. They did that research. What were their findings? The first finding is that most people at the lowest level who are collecting this social investment support, we're happy with it. We're very happy with it. We got 96% acceptance by the people who are at the lowest level. But we interview people who are not receiving this program, especially in the city. They feel the money is too small. But at the lowest level, that money means much to them because it's not an absolute salary. It's an addition to what you are already earning. And it helped them. And we now also ask if it has assisted them. We discovered that it assisted some of them in setting up their school fees of their children, in setting up their businesses, in improving their farms, in also paying the school fees of their children, going for medical checkups, improving the health outcome of their families. So, when sometimes people talk at the comfort, because most times, most Nigerians who are supposed to, who enjoy all this social support that APC has, this progressive mind, scholarship, Bank of Agriculture that gives scholarship, that gives loan to the lowest farmers in they don't have TV, they don't have a voice. So the voice they may hear is the voice of opposition.
And you think those people will stand for you on the day of election?
Of course. And that's why
are you worried about the opposition coalition, the ADC?
No,
they said they want to sweep your party off prominence.
There's no opposition for now.
Really?
Yes.
The PDP, the Labour Party, ADC, everybody is coming together.
Zero
and
fear.
they are targeting...
Zero fear.
Really?
Zero
How
fear.
do you want to work that out?
I shouldn't be sharing my strategy.
I shouldn't be sharing on the opposition on one side.
I shouldn't be sharing a strategy with the opposition. But we will win. Really? I can assure you. But let me just ask you a question. Why is it that all the election within this, the by-election in the last 2 years, are all won by APC? And landslide victories in most cases. Even the by-election, for senators, House of Reps. APC is doing well. It's normal to have opposition, and we welcome them. In short, most of I was watching the clip of their criticism, and I'm marking all of them. Some of them, they helped me to improve on performance of the party. Good enough. But like the criticism, they're helping us to improve in our performance. And also, they help us map our strategies better.
Over 2 years now since your party is at the helm of affairs under President Bola Tinubu, and there are those who say it's been 2 years of no direction.
No direction.
Do you tell them?
No direction. You know, all the candidates said that they will remove subsidy. Even before now, in 2011, that promise was made. 2015, that promise was made. Even 2007, that promise was made. 2003, that promise was made. One person was able to give that direction in one day. Braved, direct, and confident decision on day one. And you said, we have no direction.
Do you have direction as a party?
Wait and listen. We also were improving the revenue, and the governors are celebrating it. Even the opposition governors are celebrating that there's improvement like this. And you say, no direction? The crude oil production from less than 1 million, hitting 1.5 million barrels per day, hitting towards 2 million barrels per day. No direction.
What about security?
Now, even insecurity, even insecurity. Before the coming of this government, I was in on two weeks ago. I was in the border of Nigeria and Cameroon, interacting with Nigerians who are coming back from Chad and Niger and part of Cameroon. I signed the agreement for the Nigerian refugees to return from Chad, to return from Cameroon. 120,000 of them, and massive numbers are coming in. We've received over 30,000 of them into back the communities. Why did they return? I was supposed to sign the agreement. Why did they return? They said they've received report from their communities. People are now going back home. Places that were taken over by Boko Haram that people could not access. Security has improved. We invited the UN, IOM, and the rest. They were there. And you said there's no improvement? These people are coming back home. IOM has agreed with them. UNHCR is also with us on this. And these are the works of the government. Even the road to Kaduna, before now, can you go to Kaduna by road? And today you can go. And I can discuss the part of Niger. But I'm not saying it's a hooray. But it's a steady improvement. I'm sure we'll keep on improving.
Would you miss humanitarian affairs ministry?
Yes, I'll miss it. Because most of the policies I brought in, the changes that we brought in, and we champion what we're doing with the indigenous community, the confidence they're building in the ministry and myself. Just on Monday, European Union dropped 1.5 billion US dollars, 1.5 million euro to support Benue crisis victims. I did the assessment, I did a response plan, I did a support plan, and I submitted to the community of humanitarian and the development partners, and they responded positively. I was in Sokoto because of malnourishment across the northern part of Nigeria that has been sustained for a period. I want to respond to it using local solutions and imported solutions also. And they dropped 0.5 million euro within last week. I can go on and tell you so much support about.
So you'll be missing it.
Yeah. So that is that fact that you're championing a cause for the poorest of the poor, and Marty also, we've hit about 6 million households be supported through a conditional cash transfer. In the last 8 years of the form that kickstarted, we had only 2 million people that supported it, that had that support, because it was cash movement of people, and they weren't even verified. But now we've digitized it, deepened technology, we've geotagged homes, we've ensured that we made it more transparent, we brought international partners who are part of the people who are also rising and monitoring the processes. So, if I look back on the changes, reforms that we've championed, and we are moving towards improving, then I'll say I'm missing. But having a bigger picture of Nigeria that I preside over the party and deepening those messages across all the ministers, because now all the ministers, I'll talk to them. I can call them when I'm doing well. As chairman of the party, I'll tell them, hey, you can improve on this, you can work on this. And that's why I say my job is to coordinate. So, and on that note, I'm not missing it.
All right, let me quickly ask you, are you happy that the role has come back to North Central?
Not that I'm happy. It's the party machinery. So the party is supreme. The decision is not what will make me happy or sad. I'm more or less working as a loyal party supporter. So anything the party does, I'm working with it.
On a final note, I would like to ask you, in the interest of the Nigerian people, and in the interest of the average and the poorest of the poor, what would you be telling them, those tonight who perhaps don't have food and a hope of feeding, and the promises of this government, what would you be telling them that your party is going to do to them? How can they receive the message of the renewed hope that they have not seen or felt?
My message to Nigerians is the renewed hope message distance, and I'll still appreciate them for supporting us, but I'll ask them that there's already a light at the end of the tunnel, and all of us can work together to achieve greater things for this country. This country is ours. The sacrifice we're making is for the absolute benefit of all of us as a country.
Thank you so much, Prof.
Thank you.
Is the governorship ambition over? You move higher?
I'll move higher.
Thanks so much, Professor.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, and congratulations once again. Thank you so much. That is his first exclusive conversation since becoming the APC national chairman a few hours ago. And you can see what he says is the major goal and priority will be in office to unite the party. Above all, the expectations of Nigerians are very high based on the promises and the manifesto of the APC and President Bola Tinubu at the campaign in the 2023 elections. But the question will be the opposition putting pressure, the ruling party thinking of how best to drive their agenda, and the pressure also coming from the average Nigerians who want a better life for themselves and that of their children. How will these new leadership of the APC rise to the occasion and help the government to achieve its dream? These are some of the issues that we brought to the fore, and we'll be monitoring how the APC will fare under the new leadership of Professor Nentawe Yilwatda, who we just had a sit-down with. For you to be able to catch, if you missed this or any part of it, you can, of course, catch it on our website and, of course, on our YouTube page. Is at YouTube/Channels TV Web. But that's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for being part of it. I'm Yilwatda. I'll see you next time. God bless Nigeria.